Geek Dad Life presents Toy Geeks, a live toy talk show. Today we're going to talk about the reveal of the 40th anniversary TV 4-pack and talk about that very hefty price tag. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Toy Geeks. My name is Jay, and with me, as always, on this journey of toy geekery is my good friend, John. John, how you doing today?
I'm doing well, Happy afternoon, everyone.
Yeah, happy afternoon indeed. It is MOTUesday, and the promise on this channel is if it's something relevant enough to talk about, we're going to stream about it. And they've kind of had this every other week kind of cadence where it's like a juicy enough bit of news. And the last time I think we did a MOTUesday, John, you were out of town. So, right? I think so. Maybe you're out of town.
I think, yes. Yep.
The movie ones, I believe. But yes, this is a reveal that we knew was coming because it was unveiled at Comic-Con. But I feel like the price is the thing that needs discussing. So we're going to discuss that today, as well as any other MOTUesday news that may drop while we're streaming. They've kind of been spreading it out throughout the day, so there might be more MOTUesday stuff that happens after this. But I'm getting on a plane and probably won't be able to talk about this stuff later. So anywho, let's say hello to the chat. It is hopping even when we drop this thing out of the middle of nowhere. Adam is in the house. Greg, Adam again. Greg, well, they just, I guess they had their own conversation starting this thing out. Papa Loco, Jack Knight, Studio Henge is here as well. Charlie Weaver, Kayla Silva, Happy Butters Blast is here. We've also got Flacco, Diecast, Jeremy, Overman, MOTUesday, indeed. The Cape Masters in the house. The best capes in the biz are from the Cape Master. Definitely give him a follow. Matt Bush, hopefully price means it won't sell out fast. Yeah, we'll definitely talk about that. Neil Hill, Danny Phillips, Fan Dabiosi, Alpha Tryon, Greg Martinez, Victor, Jeremy, Vanessa is here. Love your YouTube channel, Geek Dad. Thank you so much, Vanessa. Thank you for being here. Totally Rad Dad. Brandon 3G. $250 is terrible. Tilo, I'm going broke. Addy Boy, 16-bit Misfit, Anthony Garrett, Mecha Manblade, Dartherian, Toy Connections is in the house. Scuba Pete, Jamie Bond, Lucha Johnny, and so many. How is there this many people here already? This is insane. Hello, everybody, and welcome. First time catching live, but welcome to it live. It's doing it live. Tony Olivero here as well. Okay, the PowerCon horde pack was 150, so I guess that is going price for 4 packs. All right, let's talk about it, John.
Yeah, let's get into it.
I saw this set in person at Comic-Con. It looks incredible. Okay, I'm just gonna get that out of the way. The set looks awesome. When I saw it there, I was like, this is a really neat set. You know, going through the generations of, He-Man is really cool in the Origins Buck style. So you've got Filmation's He-Man, you've got New Adventures He-Man, you have the 2000X He-Man, which we've already gotten a retail version release of this. And then we've got an actual CGI He-Man in the MOTU Origins Buck. And it's not just that. You do get a really cool kind of box set. It's made to be like a TV guide, and like a cover of a TV guide. And on the back, you have like the Saturday morning listings, which is really cool. And it's all within this kind of TV box. And so, it's a really well done set. It has the quality, I guess you could say, of a convention exclusive. We have this, very nice packaging and maybe a little bit more premium look to the figures, etc., etc. But even exclusives on Mattel Creations are around $18. This is 4 figures for $150. John, what's your thoughts here?
That's pricey. Even with the PowerCon exclusive set, that Horde 4-pack.
Yep.
I feel like that was a little bit more justified, maybe.
And there's new tooling there, right, or whatever.
Yeah, there was. I mean, everything that was in that set was coming out regardless in regular retail, just paint variations.
Yep.
We already have the 2000X He-Man from this series.
Mm-hmm.
So we have the tooling from that figure going for us already.
Yep.
The Filmation He-Man is probably just the head, that's getting retooled.
Mm-hmm.
So $37.50 per figure for this set. I mean, we're essentially paying twice as much as what regular Origins go for.
Yep.
I mean, a little bit more.
It's it's $37.50 a piece, I think, once you
Yeah.
do the
Yeah.
math.
Mm-hmm. So it's, in one hand, it's good. Hopefully, it
Mm-hmm.
won't sell out in the matter of milliseconds because of the price.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But on the other hand, do I really want to spend $150 on these 4 figures?
Yeah. Yeah. It is bridge too far. Like, I feel like this is pushing the boundaries.
Yeah.
Because even though you're right, that Hordak set or the Horde set was 150, there were all new characters. You had Grizzlor in there, right? And you had a Filmations Hordak, and you had 2 Horde Troopers. The first time we got 3 out of the 4 of those figures, right?
Mm-hmm.
And while there is new tooling here, like you said, so a new head here on the Filmation, just it's 4 He-Mans. We've already gotten He-Man, and it just
Right.
doesn't have the same punch.
Right. Especially since the CGI He-Man, we are already on 2 different versions of that figure. We got the Masterverse and we got the regular basic release.
Yep.
And I'm not that interested in getting this figure. Like, I'm going to buy the set, but this one will be like, meh. This is the most meh thing for Origins for me so far. From the CGI He-Man. Like,
Yep.
I'm already done collecting the CGI figures. I've figured that out already, but I don't really need this one. Okay, so he comes with a metal sword, but
it's just vac metal. It's a vac metal sword. It's not,
they're not die
like
cast. They're not die cast
no,
like in the 40th
it's vac
anniversary
metal.
set.
It's
I
vac
thought that
metal.
they were like die cast. Oh, that makes me even not like the set even more.
Yeah.
Comparative to the price. And we don't know yet if these are these removable from the cards? Are these like, resealable cards, or are these just straight up rip them off and
I
live with it?
believe I believe they're sealed. I'm trying to move over my video from Comic-Con on this, but my phone's being a butthead. But yeah, they are. I hope they're resealable. But yeah, after tax and everything, over $170. Troy says it's an easy pass for me and my wallet. Thank you, Mattel. I will save my pennies for Eternia. We're gonna close out the discussion on the whole Eternia situation because I think it's scary because of that. But yeah, go ahead.
JoeBot 33 says that the cards slip upwards.
Okay, there you go. Okay, so it is
Okay.
the slip up cards. Tom, I love the TV guide boxes, but overall, this isn't worth the price for me. I think that's what a lot of us are feeling, right? No one here is particularly enthusiastic about it, but it'll still sell out in minutes. I love this dumb hobby. Lifelong. So a very accurate comment. Incredibly accurate. It's Mecha Manblade says it's cool if you don't have any He-Man at all. I'll save my money for a Flying Fist He-Man. And I think therein lies the problem. We've gotten, and again, it's the main character, main hero of the line, so it would make sense. We've gotten quite a few He-Man figures at this point.
Yep.
But really, to me, the appeal is in, these cool card backs. Like each one is in its style, which is really neat. And the packaging, it's an experience. But I don't know if it necessarily is like, oh, I'm going to drop $150 when we know Eternia is on the horizon.
Yeah.
For Marvel collectors on Friday, the next Marvel HasLab is going to drop.
Mm-hmm.
Right, that's going to be announced on Friday.
Yep.
And you know, you think if you maybe John, you just come over to my house and we'll do it together live or something like that. Since we'll be setting up for a toy show that day.
Oh, that's right. Forgot about that.
But we'll cover it here in some form or fashion, or maybe the internet will be good enough there to do it. Yeah, so you know, there's people are thinking about that expense that's coming up. Plus, a week from that, you have Hasbro PulseCon. Then you got New York Comic Con, and then just everything kind of drops end of year. And to me, once you start thinking of that bigger picture of all these other commitments that toy collectors have, this one is one that's on that periphery that gets the axe.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. This is the one that's going to this is the sacrificial creation set.
Yeah, of many, because I think I'm pretty sure. And again, you talked about this with Dan Larson from Toy Galaxy on his Secret Lounge show, which is posting later today, I believe. And really cool. Dan was like, you know, we let whoever, like, you could put on your Patreon. So for Geek Dad Life patrons, you will also have access to see the Dan Larson interview that John and I did. So that'll be up for our Geek Dad Life patrons as well. So really a classy move there by Mr. Dan Larson. But in that conversation, talked about the HasLab Ghost Rider set. I've already committed to not doing it because I can't afford it. I can't afford all of it. And Serpentor is going to be at PulseCon. I need Serpentor.
Yep.
I need
absolutely.
That is you cannot miss that one.
And it feels like we are days away from Christmas too. This is there's just a lot going on. There is such a pattern for us toy collectors where it seems like we get bombarded now last quarter every year now. And that's just what we're going to have to live with.
And again, yeah, these toy companies are free to run their business however they want to, right? It is within their right. But I think for us as toy collectors, we also have to, exercise the power of our dollar and be like, well, this is it. This is the thing I want to have more. But then I think what'll start to happen is toy companies will try to be the first one to unveil their big expensive thing. Right? Because you want that money commitment before anything else cooler comes down the line.
Right. That's why, I mean, I wish we'd get some Eternia news already.
Yeah. Yep.
But
just out with it, you know?
Yeah. They just weren't, we pretty much already know they weren't prepared to show us the Eternia.
Yep.
When they did. I wonder with this set, will this, depending on the sales, will this sort of have them pull back on the extreme packaging? Whereas that's really the draw of this set. And I think that's what we're really paying for. You know, I mean, if they can sell Origins figures at retail for $15 with new tooling, why does this break down to $38 a figure? Wherein you look at all the individual little TV guides for each figure, the resealable packaging, the card backs, there's a lot there. Are we paying like $80 just for this box? Minus the figures? Probably.
Yeah. But you know what though? If these things sell out, then I think Mattel's happy. They don't care, right?
Right. I mean, yeah, it's going to sell out. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
But I got a feeling it's going to be selling to more flippers than anything, just based on, speculation. Just because
and possibly
buy the set and then resell the figures each, try and get like $80 a figure on the secondary market.
Yep. And this is, I think, we'll have to see how this thing does, because it's going on sale Thursday at 9 a.m. Pacific, so that's 12 Eastern. And absolutely we're paying for the extra customization, and I assume probably a lower print run for these figures. And Shifty says, didn't Mattel mention at SDCC that this was going to be the only way for a couple of these figures being released? So I'm guessing it's probably New Adventures HeMan and CGI HeMan, because the CGI HeMan doesn't make much sense for a retail release.
Right. See, I thought I would figure that the CGI He-Man would be part of the the only way to get this figure in origin style. It would be the CGI and Filmation He-Man. I think they'll do a New Adventures at regular retail on the regular card back, but with a New Adventures sticker on the bubble.
Yeah. Yep.
Because they're probably going to want to do some New Adventures characters, in an Origins buck, just to sort of get the property out there, but on a regular card back.
I mean, okay, that's the thing. Like for the work, I'm sorry, I accidentally clicked there. But for the work, like it's already there. It's money waiting, right? So, Charles says, why do we always have to know what is coming out Toyland here to in advance? Just to make YouTube content. I think it's just, again, especially these live streams that we talk about. It's a place for us toy collectors to come together and talk about it, right?
Yeah.
It's about the toy collecting community, and it's about having that place to have these conversations. And so that's why you all as an audience are a integral part of these conversations, right? And it's giving that space, because a lot of us toy geeks, wherever we are, if we're at work or if we're at home or whatever, it's not like we have all of our toy nerd friends around us to have these conversations. So this is a chance to kind of, in the same way, sports shows talk about sports, the latest thing in sports, or you can talk about, whatever with your friends. This is the same concept, but us toy geeks have a place to have these conversations as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Charlie, it's about family. So let's talk about this, because a lot of people are, and it makes perfect sense. Retroaction, not sure if Eternity will be cheaper than original. Maybe it will be, because it's the same price. It'll definitely turn some away. So let's just talk about it. This is really expensive. $150, big premium. I mean, let's just do that math, okay? So, $37.50 per figure. Can't use words. $37.50 divided by, what are they usually? It's like $18 high end.
Yep.
So 18 divided by $37.50. All right, so that's about a 50% markup. That's Attorney is going to be more expensive than that. So let's say, I don't know. What do you think like a main retail version of Eternia would be?
Oh boy, for retail?
That big?
I don't think that they could do it. You mean like not a Mattel Creations? Just
no. Yeah, like a
straight up.
Because they do these sets, right? Like Santa brought this huge monster truck play set thing to Alex. I think I talked to Santa about it. It was $120. It was gigantic. But this Attorney is going to be 3 times the size of that. So this is all back of the napkin math here, but say that's maybe Attorney retail maybe like $200, $300.
See, I was going to say 400
at retail.
Yeah.
So, if you times it by that 48%, let's see, or doubling it, you're almost at $800. Right? And I think a lot of people are saying that now.
Yeah. I don't think a toy company, whether it be Mattel, Hasbro, whoever, would want to put anything on a retail shelf, or even if it's like, through Target, but you have to like order it on the app and get it shipped, like stuff that's not going to go on the shelf, but the store will sell it. Sort of like the Galaxy's Edge Falcon. Whereas like that was found in the wild a few times, but it was mostly available online through Target. So if Hasbro said, we know we can put out a $400 retail piece, but no more than that.
Yeah.
I think, every toy company has that sort of like baseline. Like we can't do anything over that at retail
Mm-hmm.
or it's going to get clearanced.
Yep.
So yeah, I would say $400. But yeah, for Mattel Creations, it's probably going to be, I still think no less than 600 crowdfunded.
Listen, I hope so. But like this one almost like reaffirms for me that it's gonna be $800.
I
Right?
hope
I
not.
just like I wouldn't think 4 $18 figures would be $150.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right. But I hope at $800 that it is full of every feature that they can think of, like lights and sounds, everything, like pack it full of all the features that you can think of
Yeah.
for $800.
Yep. Agreed. $5 or European. I don't know what the conversion is, but I'll just say $5 from Pickle D. Thank you. I'm not getting the figures, so I spend my money on good content creators like you guys. Thanks, Pickle D. It's
Thanks.
very kind. Let's see. WWE new generation ring with lights, 2 to 3 wrestlers, and the lineup interest was what, $250? Attorney probably that, but that's really simple. I mean, it's very nice and it is huge. It
Mhm.
is big. It's a big boy, but it's not.
There's not as many moving parts.
There's no monorail or elevator or multiple towers of rings.
I mean, just the base of the central tower is bigger than the ring, like the floor of the
Mm-hmm.
ring. The base of the central tower is bigger than the floor of the ring. Like,
Yeah,
just think of the amount of plastic there, and then times 10 just for the 3 towers.
yeah, yep. I just, but again, I think somebody said it like just come out with whatever it is. Like just come out with the price.
Yeah.
And I know maybe there's a lot of factors, and maybe they're working so hard to get the price out there.
Mhm.
But if it is going to be that expensive, you can't do what you're doing here with this set. Like Mattel, I know some Mattel employees watch this. Very nice people. They've said they enjoy the show. That does not make me a corporate show. They are not giving us any money or anything, but I know some do watch the show. And so if you're listening, if you're watching this specific one, you can't do what you've done here with this set, which is announce it, it's spendy,
Mhm.
and have it go on sale 2 days later, and then that's it.
Right. Yeah.
And again, I know this is going to be a HasLab type, so there'll be a window, there'll be 40 days or whatever, so it gives people enough time. But I feel like you still need a little bit more time than, hey, it's announced, you got 30 days starting now.
Right. Yeah.
If it's that expensive. Like, do you agree with that, John? I feel like if it's
Mhm.
that expensive, you need a lot of runway.
Yeah. We need Mattel, just pull the Band-Aid off and tell us. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, if say the sale date starts October 20th or
Mm-hmm.
October, the MOTUesday, October 12th or 13th, whatever it is.
Yep.
If that's the sale date that the campaign starts, tell us 2 weeks ago what the price is going to be, because then we can at least have, I want the 40-day, if it's a 40-day campaign,
Mm-hmm.
I know on day 1 I'm buying it. That gives me 40 days to lock it in.
Yep.
But we need some runway prior to that
Yeah.
to save,
Mm-hmm.
put that money away. Give us another 30 days so
Yep.
we know this is the price, this is the campaign start date, and then you'll
Mm-hmm.
have 45 days from then still to order it. So you have, more than 2 months to lock it in,
Mm-hmm.
and then go start buying Christmas presents
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah. Right. That's
And
go ahead. Go ahead.
I think for all we know, and what I think is probably happening is Mattel, the Masters team at Mattel is probably having the same conversation. Like, how can we present this? We
Mm-hmm.
got the tooling numbers back. It's
Yep.
$800, $1,000
Yep.
at, they probably have their minimum pieces.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe they say, well, what if we did another, look at the HasLab numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Average, what, 25,000 units sold?
Mm-hmm.
If they said, well, we need 25,000 units at $800 or $1,000, could we do 35,000 units at
Mm-hmm.
650? Do you think we could do that? Could we sell that many units?
Mm-hmm.
But see, I don't know. I don't think we'll be told what the goal is for quantity. I think we'll just be kept in the loop of how many are being sold. We won't know how many need to be sold.
Yeah. But
because HasLabs, I think HasLabs have a low number,
mm-hmm.
considering, they need to sell 8,000 pieces. Well, there's definitely more than 8,000 GI Joe collectors.
Mm-hmm.
So they probably know, all right, we're good. It's going to be made.
Yeah.
But is there 35,000 people that want an Eternia? I don't know.
Yeah.
Or no, they want it, but could they afford it?
Yep. Exactly. If it's pushing, but again, that's where it's just like I saw some people say maybe they'll be after Christmas. But the thing is, the whole reason this happens is for most the last quarter of the fiscal year is this quarter, Q4, the holiday quarter.
Mm-hmm.
And so, if I'm Mattel just from a business perspective, I want to sprint to get this thing. I get my money Q4. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, if I'm Mattel, I want to get this out and a Snake Mountain.
Yeah. I don't know how they pull that off, right? Because they haven't even said anything about a Snake Mountain. That's got to be next year. There's no way.
Yeah,
you could do it in the same year. Maybe let's do that next Q4 2023. And it's true, totally right there. We did have the same conversation on the Ghostbuster pack, and it was super affordable. So they may very well surprise us and come in low. But I think the thing we're all concerned about is this Mattel Creation set is so expensive. What is this going to be?
Right.
I think that's absolutely concerned. If it's going to cost more than 500, 600, Mattel needs to sell Eternia in pieces, one per quarter, each tower separate with a figure. What thoughts about that? Kind of just breaking it up over quarters or something.
I'd have a bad feeling about that. I'd have a bad feeling that we get Central Tower or we got like Viper Tower, Grayskull Tower, and then they're like, we gotta pull back. The line's not doing that great. Sorry.
Yes.
and then it lives in the world of unproduced toys. Like the vintage Masters, Powers of Grayskull line.
Yep. 100%.
Just didn't happen. I'd rather just get it all at once
and
not take that chance of never getting, one important piece for it.
Yep. You're 100% right. Because then what do you like? I don't know. That's way too risky. But I get it. I like the strategy behind it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it is concerning. However, they decide to there's that set. Because it is anyway, we'll see. Again, maybe they'll surprise us. It'll come in low. We don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, seeing this set at Comic-Con, this is my video of it there. I did not expect $150.
No.
Yeah, exactly. The interest rates are too high to take an equity loan out on your house right now. Just don't do that. We're not a financial advice show here on Geek Life, but we're no of that.
Yeah.
But don't do that.
We're more like a financial mistake program.
I know. I don't know if Chris Esposito's here. He's a patron and contribute. Definitely here in the chats from time to time. He is a financial advisor, and I think he could co-sign that. We give the worst financial advice ever. We tell you to spend on stupid crap you don't need. But I think we can safely say, do not take out an equity loan on your home to buy a toy. Never do that.
Nope.
Unless I can live in Eternia, No can do, son. So we're just have to wait and see. Ray Finkel to sell my house and move into the Eternia Towers. Oh man. Anyway, John, any other thoughts here before we move on? No other announcements so far. There may be more today. I'm surprised. And it may still happen. But I'm surprised they haven't announced what the this Friday what the exclusives will be for Mattel's fall Geek Fallout.
Yeah,
all Geek Out.
Yeah, yeah. I was expecting that kind of announcement. I was not expecting this and having it go on sale in 2 days. Not at all. Nope.
Yeah. So so John, you're a pass on this set.
Ask me on Friday.
I'm going to think about it. It's probably a no, though. There's just too many things in flight. And we got the toy show coming up this weekend. I want to have cash on hand for the toy show to buy stuff.
Same. That's my thinking is. I would rather spend a couple $100 on stuff at the toy show this weekend than this.
Agreed.
Right now.
Agreed. Oh, we have a new family member, Jay's Toy Collection UK. So what I love about these like midday shows is our UK friends can join in live. But let's officially welcome to the GDL family.
I got family.
So yeah, and again, people are going to buy this thing. It's going to sell out. But I think John makes a good point. How many are resellers? Does this thing end up being cheaper in the long run? Like this is just it is. But I think for me, I'm not even a maybe. I'm pretty sure this is a pass for me.
Yeah.
Let's see. Robert, Thunder Tank and maybe Turtle Van before the end of 2022. And I just bought my 1-year-old daughter $400 Cinderella's Power Wheels. And the 22 is gonna be nuts. Yeah, that damn Thunder Tank. I've committed to the Turtle Van as well. Yeah, I can't. There's no way. I can't.
And the next 2 waves of turtles.
That they're hitting soon as well.
They've shipped from the factory.
Yep. Super 7's Ultimates Turtles, like waves 5 and 6 are coming at the same time.
Yep.
So yeah. Let's see. Don't mean to sad comment this, but for a line it started out being very affordable, it's really starting to break the bank lately. But like I gotta commend them though. The Mattel Creations exclusive have been $18 for an online exclusive. I feel like that's still affordable. That was just that was 4 days ago. So
yeah,
their exclusives like this have always been pricey. I just think what it doesn't quite meet the price for us.
Right. Yeah, this is still an affordable line. I mean, we get vehicles for $30.
Yeah, and
the figures are still sub $20. I mean. In today's market, that's awesome.
Yep. Yeah, it's true. If you but again, most of them. I think overall, it's still a very affordable line. This is I'm going to assume outlier and hope outlier, but Eternia I fear is going to be expensive, and I think it's going to price people out. And unfortunately, unlike Keldor and Cronus, this isn't like a Target exclusive where they'll clearance them. This is a limited exclusive. So unless a bunch of resellers buy them and then the secondary market prices don't match that, it'll probably be around $150, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I think, if that happens, everybody will just try and at least recoup their money.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Pass, vote with the dollars. And I think that's just for toy collectors, for all of us toy geeks, vote with your dollars. For me, there are far more things on the horizon, like that damn Thunder Tank, that I got to make sure I've got funds for, as well as doing a toy show where I'm really excited. Hopefully find some good vintage goodies. So I got to have that cash on hand. So this is going to be a pass for me. Don't worry. You can watch it on the replay, Jim. And again, I didn't know if I thank you, Robert, for the $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Robert, for this one. But yeah, I think that is that. John and I, no matter how it happens on Friday, we will cover the HasLab announcement, the Ghost Rider finally being announced. Which I'm surprised it's like a week away from PowerCon or PulseCon. Why they wouldn't just do it then? But that must mean there's going to be another HasLab or two at PulseCon. I think that basically confirms it.
Yeah. There'll be a week break between, the end date, for the campaign for whatever gets announced. Because I assume it will open. The campaign will open as soon as they announce it on Friday.
Yep. Agreed. Robert says $800 attorney on my Vegas lock. Well, there you go. We'll have to see how it goes. But I think for a lot of people, I've seen this a lot. Like Armando saying here, if Eternia goes over $500, I'm out. And again, it's going to be gigantic as well. If you watch my YouTube short on the Eternia playset, I measured my vintage Eternia. The vintage Eternia is huge. This new one's going to be bigger. So not only price, but size, it's going to be big. I just want to thank our patrons that make this show possible. Gonna play them out here. And again, Dan Larson on his Patreon, he does an exclusive interview show called, I believe, The Secret Lounge. He's had, I think his first one, he had Pixel Dan and Robo. And we were John and I were honored to be invited to have a conversation with him. And Dan's been really cool and allowing us to put it for our patrons as well. So if you're a Toy Galaxy patron, you'll be able to see it today at 5 o'clock. And then once I get the link, I'll post it for our Geek Dad Life patrons as well. So be on the lookout for that. That'll be later today. Again, John and I will be here to cover the HasLab on Friday, as well as our normal Toy Geeks time slot on Sunday. Thank you, Mad Hatter Reviews. Friend, seeing this, $150. But I hope I feel bad spending Mad Hatter's money, but I want him to do a buying video of it.
Could everybody chip in for Mad Hatter?
Yes,
it's worth his purchase videos.
Well, Hatter needs to do a Patreon just so we can give him enough money so we can have miserable online purchasing experience for our entertainment.
Getting paid to be miserable.
Yeah,
Who doesn't want that?
Hatter, there are plenty of people here that would gladly give you $5 a month or whatever to be miserable. I'm not gonna do that. Anyways, okay. Everybody, take care, and until next time, hasta luego, and goodbye.